Hello, my beautiful, wonderful, vegan, delicious family. It's me, Rose. I was making lunch and it looks so good that I'm going to show you what I'm doing, messy kitchen and all. So this is some tofu I made. I did think, oh, I should show you guys, but I just didn't record it and I'm so sorry. But I'll explain how I did this. This is a really, really delicious tofu dish and it's really stable. So what I did is I cut the tofu into small bits like this, as you can see. And then I boiled it for maybe 10 minutes on really high heat. And what that does is it causes the tofu to expand. And then once it cools, the tofu is super stable. So you can, it won't kind of mash up as much. You know, sometimes tofu can kind of be a bit mashy. So it really helps it to become stable. So I basically just boiled it in some salt water. And then let it cool down, put it to the side, let it cool down for like an hour or whatever it was. And then I seasoned it afterwards. And for the seasoning, what I did was I used all kinds of stuff. I used oregano, I used pink salt, I used parsley, paprika, I used mushroom powder, all kinds of bits and bobs. I also used like a mustard, yellow mustard powder. And some black pepper, bits and bobs, whatever you like, right? And then for the brown color, I have some browning. I can get that, hang on. All right, so I have some browning. So I just basically use like a half a teaspoon of that and mix it with some water and then put a little bit of honey in with it to give a light, nice, dark, rich color. And then I kind of mixed it up, but that was once it was already cooled. I didn't want to mix while it's still hot because it's still kind of soft. Anyway, so in that process, and I just put some gloves on and then I kind of like mash it all together and then you refrigerate it. And then that's basically my food prep for the tofu that I'm going to be eating this week. And that makes it super easy for me to not have to kind of start a meal from scratch. So this is really nice. It's very tasty. You can see there's loads of bits and pieces of the seasoning and stuff like that. I think I also put a little bit of semolina flour on it during that seasoning process. And then I put it in the oven and basically baked it in the oven for like maybe 30 minutes or so. So it's really nice and stable. It's got a good texture to it. The inside is still a little bit white. Let me show you on one of them. So it looks lovely and brown on the outside. And then on the inside, it's white here. But it's still got that flavor to it. So it's really good. Tastes really good. And it gives you a good bite. You have to chew to get through it, not just melting in your mouth. All right, so basically I'm making kebabs with this. Yesterday I had it like just loose like that with a big salad, a quinoa salad. But today I'm making these lovely kebabs, so tofu kebabs. And then my hubby is having soy kebabs. So I'm using some cut mushrooms and the pineapples. And I'm going to basically just put those in the oven. They are already cooked, but I'm just going to put them in the oven to kind of get like, you know, homogenized. And then separate to that, I'm going to put that in the oven. I'm going to show you what else I'm cooking as well. Hang on. Okay, separate to that, I'm doing baked potatoes. So all I did was I washed a large potato, sliced it down the middle. You can do this differently. Sometimes people do it like across. It's a British thing. This is a jacket potato. And then I basically just kind of stabbed it little places here when I sliced it. And the reason I do it that way is because when you kind of like poke it all over, when you want to kind of, you know, pull out all the flesh, it's already breaking up in other places. So the best place for it to break up is just down the middle. There are certain potatoes which are just better for doing jacket potatoes, but this is just if you want to just do it with anything. So I did those in the microwave for 10 minutes on one side because they're fairly big, and then 3 or 4 minutes on the other side. Now what I'm going to do is make a mix that will go inside of them. And I am missing out on my garlic powder. I've run out of garlic powder and I still haven't ordered it yet. But I'm going to show you what you can do to make a really nice mix to go in your jacket potatoes or with potatoes overall. So just put it on here, makes it easier for you to watch. All right, so first of all, I'm going to go in with some of the mushroom seasoning, mushroom powder. This is shiitake mushroom powder, but on Amazon or whatever, you can find mushroom powder easily. This is the MSG free one, which I prefer. So we're going to have that. This is what my hubby's going to have. I'm actually going to have quinoa. And yes, it's a little bit more work, but we usually eat two different things for lunch because I have allergies. All right, anyway, I'm putting a tiny little bit of salt because the mushroom seasoning itself has salt in it. So I don't want to have too much of that. All right, I'm going in with some parsley. I really love the flavor of parsley. And then for the cheesiness, I'm going to go in with some nutritional yeast. So let's call that pretty much a tablespoon. It's a little bit less than that, but that'll do. And then what I want to do is kind of turn this into a paste. I'm going to put a tad little dash of black pepper in here. You can use white pepper or mustard powder if you want. So I'm going to get a little spoon. Give that a little mix. And if I had it, I would put garlic powder in here. Because I don't have it, I'm going to put, I'm going to use onion instead. I've got some scallions that I already cut up, so let me get those. All right, I've got my scallions. I'm going to add half of a teaspoon of oil. And then a little drizzle of water, which is going to help me carry it over. So now I'm going to get that to be a paste. And this is really nice because you can kind of drizzle it on anything and it tastes really good. Okay, so I'm going to put my scallions in. These are also known as green onions or well, it's green onions, spring onions as well. In the UK, we call them spring onions. All right, so I'm adding those in. And if you have them, you have some vegan bacon bites or vegan ham or something like that that you want to use, you can add those in because it makes a nice condiment. And if you have makes it, the flavors becomes good along with the condiments. The other thing you can do is if you have vegan cheese, this will be a great time to add that in as well. If you want a more cheesy flavor, you use more of the nutritional yeast. That makes it nice and cheesy. And then now what I'm doing here, see if I can zoom in. What I'm doing here is, because it's so lovely and soft, is I'm just basically breaking up the flesh of the potato. And you don't want to poke so much that you go through the skin. The idea here is to keep the skin inside so the potato is wearing a jacket potato. And you can see here why I didn't want to stab all parts and both sides of the potato, which when I was growing up, that's how we were taught to do it. You like stab the potato all over, but it does kind of like break away a lot. And that's not what I want. All right, I'm going to do the same on this one. And if you want, you can scoop the stuff out and mix it, but I'm not going to do that. So here, just running that through on the skin like butter. It is so easy to do. There is no part of this potato that is not already cooked. So that's pretty easy to do. And then now I'm going to get this juicy stuff in there. and give it a good mix. And it will really bring a lot of deliciousness to the flavor, along with and complementing the other parts of the meal, which are the kebabs and the other parts I haven't shown you yet, which are broccoli. And I also have air fried peppers, which looks so good. Put that on. The other thing that I'm going for here is like being able to have enough veggies in each meal, making sure that we kind of are getting our veggie quota in. It's so easy to miss it out, and we do like to have a lot of salad as well, but you can see I've got cucumbers already pre-cut here. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of throw together just a small salad, and I've already prepped most of the parts of those. So that's the first one, and then this is the second one. And I'll show you next I'm going to top it with some more of the nutritional yeast. I do have a pretty good vegan cheese recipe that I'm going to do a video on. It's so easy to do, and it makes like a gooey, melty type stretchy cheese. So I'm definitely going to do that. But for now, I'm going to just show you sprinkling this. And although it's dry now, it's perfectly fine. I'll give it a little spray with some oil, and then I'm going to put it in the oven so it can stay warm with the rest of the meal. All right, let's get that on the plate. And I'm going to give this plate just a little graze of oil because it's going to go in the oven, and I don't want anything to stick to it. All right, so that's it. And then I'm just going to give this a little quick spritz with some oil, and then put that in the oven, and that will be hubby's meal. Okay, now let's get our salad together. I have a tomato allergy, so I can't eat tomatoes, and I will plate those separately. This salad looks like it may be past its best. There's some good bits in here, so I don't want to waste food. There's a lot of people who do not have a meal to eat. I'm going to mix this in with some more freshly cut one. Alright, so let's get the good parts out. And there's nothing wrong with like a little browning on your salad. All that means is this is the portion that I didn't put any lime on. It isn't particularly appetizing to look at sometimes, but hey, look, at least we have a meal to eat, eh? So a lot of people does not have any food to eat at all. Even in the West, as we all know, food is very expensive. All right, so this one is more freshly cut, so it's more green. I'm gonna mix that in. And this will be like our salad, but I'm just gonna take out or not add in what I can't eat. All right. So we've got our lettuce to start, our shredded lettuce. I'm gonna go in with some cucumbers. I just find this easier to cut and prep them ahead of time as opposed to at the time. And I'm going to throw in some of the pre-cut scallions. So I do like those fresh as well. I have somebody who comes over to help me with prepping and cutting up the veggies and stuff. If I had to cut all my own veggies for as much as I cook, I wouldn't have a lot of time. So now we're going to season it. I'm going to put some nutritional yeast in there to add lovely flavor. I'm going to put some parsley and some salt, a little bit of lime and honey. Now we've already still got this aside from earlier, so all I need to do is basically just add a little bit of the honey in here. And then I'm going to add a little drizzle of lime. And I also prep my lime. What we do is we juice, not blend, we juice lemons and lime. Sometimes lemons or lime, depends. And mainly limes, actually. And then I juice it with the skin, and that gives you all the benefits of the citrus skin, which is huge benefits, but it also helps preserve it. So that bottle will do me a month of fresh lime. So if you want lemon water or lime water in the morning, that's a really easy way to do it, where you don't have to be doing it every day. Especially if you don't want to buy food from concentrate. You know, lime from concentrate can be there for an extremely long time before you ever get it on the shelves. So it's not really fresh, it's not really good for you, and of course it's rehydrated, so it's better to make something at home if you can. And it only takes, you know, a few minutes. Just buy it and then takes a few minutes to get it together, and it's all good. All right, so this is our little salad dressing. I'm going to give that a little quick taste. Now it's all combined. Oh, that's nice. That's good. All right, so I'm going to be serving shortly, so I can actually put it on now. And I'm going to use a silicone spatula. If you don't have a silicone spatula, you're leaving all your goodness in your bowls and plates and stuff. I can't operate without that. All right, so now I'm going to give it a nice little mix. And you can add whatever you want to your salad. You can add avocados and raisins, whatever you like, whatever suits your fancy. Even throw some chia seeds in there as well if you want to up your protein. You don't notice it when you're eating it, but you are upping your protein. You can put flax seeds, all kinds of stuff in there. So those are your bet. So this is just a simple green salad, and I've got some of these pineapples that I was using earlier on, so I'm going to throw those in. My hubby loves pineapples. I love pineapples, but I can't eat them all the time. Just depends on whether my body will allow me. Sometimes I get an allergic reaction to them, so it just depends on how sweet they are and how much my body will allow me. At the moment, oh, so good. At the moment, my body is allowing me to eat them. So I'm really enjoying them. I'm just using a kitchen scissors here. I'm not using general house scissors. I'm just trying to spread it out so I get more in the portion, and you can kind of try and get some pineapple in almost every bite. That's it. So I really do like a big salad with how I eat, and hubby will have the tomatoes, so I'll kind of arrange that for him separately. All right, so I'm going to get a few tomatoes in here. Again, we pre-cut everything, so we wash it all and then just cut it all up. I think I'll just go ahead and serve the salad in this bowl. And I've got some vegan mayo, which I'm going to be adding to this, and that takes care of our table salad. Nothing fancy, just a family of two looking to have a hearty homemade lunch. All right, I'm going to start plating up everything now so I can show you what it all looks like. So this is the salad. Now I'm going in with my quinoa. I usually eat out of a bowl. I think it helps me to A, not eat as much, and B, I just like how it looks. So I've got some quinoa that I prepped last week, and I prepared it, and then I think I included it in my video. I prep it and then just basically put it in different containers and then freeze it and then take them out as and when I need them. So I'm just preparing a little tower so it looks nice on the plate. Hopefully it will retain its shape. All right, that's good enough for me. Quick clean up while the quinoa is warming up. Okay, now it's time to go with the quinoa, dish up the lovely peppers. I'm gonna grab the broccoli that's just finished steaming. Hubby's lovely potatoes. See, look how lovely they look. And then the kebabs. Grabbing the kebabs as well. So this is the completed meal. And we get some of these lovely colors of the peppers. And one thing I've noticed is it depends what country you're in, but peppers can taste really different. Like I was just in England recently, and the peppers, the green peppers especially, but the other peppers tasted fine, but the green ones, they didn't taste what I'm used to. So things just taste different depending where you are and where they're grown. And I guess where you buy them from, I suppose. All right, so that would be hubby's meal. That is so hot, I can't hold it. Let me just turn this so you can have a look. And then I'm just gonna dish up mine, and then I can show you the finished picture for all. Okay, so these are my kebabs that are going on here. Let me move this up. Oh, the other way. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my kebabs on the side. All right, looking good so far. Let's get some color on there. And I don't mind having a fairly plain broccoli. It's got salt obviously on it, which I cooked it in. And then I'm gonna go in with a few of these. Yellow is my favorite color. What's your favorite color? Peppers, roasted peppers. And that's it, we are done. So here is mine, which is tofu kebabs with pineapples, quinoa, broccoli, and roasted peppers, along with a salad. And this is my hubby's which is too hot. All right, so my hubby's is jacket potatoes, broccoli, kebabs, and roasted peppers. Lovely. Hopefully this has inspired you to consider different things that you can eat, maybe reimagining things that you already eat, and give you some inspiration for what you might eat today. Thank you so much for watching. You know I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please remember to comment, because you know I'm going to respond back in the comments. And I really appreciate you watching. Thank you again. Remember to tell me what color is your favorite peppers. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have a great day. Keep it delicious. Bye.